back into Control. I started a game before, but I'm gonna start it fresh. It's been a while since I've played it, so I'm sure Controls would just be terrible for getting back into it. Plus, I missed like a bunch of story stuff and don't remember what's kind of going on. So just start a fresh playthrough, see what happens. And for anyone wondering about load times, like this is just on a regular PS4, not a PS4 Pro, just super slow.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
What an intro, right? Reminder, certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Yeah, it seems like standard issue. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2, pencils, any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. It's a fun little way to like kind of introduce the game. Good sprint. It's in the bathroom. Nada.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Wow. Looks like everything's been redacted here. Another memo. There's a lot of memos in this game, but I mean, the backstory is important and actually interesting if you start to piece together enough of it. Hello, as you should all know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Ms. Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best your admin team. Sounds like standard office procedure. Nothing most of us should be unfamiliar with.
Hello?
Janitor! What up, bro?
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way.
Ahti.
You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, you malot.
I've done enough night shift loaner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Ah, poor Ahti, being judged already. Alright. Is there anything over here? Another redacted report. Staffing, surveillance, data center initiative, construction. Those are major items. Minor items. Office equipment, janitorial costs, mold removal, HQ livability cost. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5 for 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Yeah, see some priorities there.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. In my dreams.
Alright. Interesting little loop there. Let's go to the interview.
The cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Sure. The voice acting and like the cutscenes in this are really good. Nice clean transition.
Did I lose you there for a moment?
No.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Alright, so we don't have access there. Alright, official correspondence. Reminder regarding drafting any public-facing material while penning any notification of death related to the Willow AWE. Please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use. In the service of his or her country, regret, proud pride will be remembered. Words and phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, or sorry. Sending out a PR memo. A lovely siren, for whatever reason, just in here. Okay. Non-official correspondence here. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. Okay, and we don't know who Trench is. Oh man, there's a noise.
Shit. Shit.
Dude couldn't handle it.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Yeah, why would you not do that at a crime scene?
poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it.
Look at this place.
Must choose to be the chosen one. What do we get? Collectible. Oh, nice. You can
Objects of power
get some
can
additional
cause
info.
or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you're it. Lose, and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, head of research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Oh, hey. Introduced to Dr. Darling, who was on a memo. It's actually a really unique way to kind of like bring some extra context in, like live person video. Get rocked, son.
The same gun.
Oh, snap.
Okay, now I have a gun.
For those of you who've played like Astral Chain, this is like kind of similar to that, or it feel anyway. If you're wondering why I'm like terrible at aiming, trust me, I know. I have like a broken thumb that's just like kind of fused. So I'm clearly gonna suck like at any shooting game, and pretty much for the entire like playthrough. So if it bothers you, sorry, nothing I can do. Get right. From what I remember too, like kind of the beginning of the game is like this mixture of shooting and melee till you kind of like sort through things and
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
I don't know many people who would go from like, oh, I'm searching for my brother to, oh, I'm in this creepy building and no one here to, oh, this dude just killed himself. Let me take the gun and go to some weird parallel universe and do a trial, and then I'm like, happy. Like, that should kind of tell you what kind of game you're gonna go through here and like what to expect. Interesting.
You can't let this happen. 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 You can't let this happen.
Layered cutscenes.
You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Well, yeah. Oh, hello, Dr. Trench. Or Director Trench, sorry. Now we know who you are. So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege. Zachariah Trench. Can never go wrong if your name's Zachariah. Alright, what is this? Objects of power. Alright, so about our gun, containment procedure, service weapon. I guess it's P1-KE, containment procedure, no unique procedures required. Description, para-utility, the object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. The object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by the redacted, though their criteria is unknown background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, redacted, many forms throughout history, redacted. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons that redacted of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. Alright. Maybe we'll find it, maybe we won't. I'm gonna try to like take my time and find, you know, a decent amount of stuff. But alright, so yeah. Collect, well, I guess I don't need it. Alright.
The hotline.
Alright.
Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Of course, dead man's gonna talk to me. Where are you at, broskies? Alright. Yeah, get out of here, peeps. Alright, let's go check this stuff really quick. I'm sure there's like... Oh yeah. It's just like a super creepy thing to do in an atmosphere, but kind of cool. Executive meeting minutes. Oh man. Agenda items. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication. Sounds like a real problem. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters. That's the most important thing in an office. For sure. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. But it doesn't say like who is going to be part of that meeting. Office needs improvement, peeps. Got meetings with no people.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for the public service announcement. Those like voices are like super creepy. Oh, what up? Dinner reservations. Who the heck would just leave that out there? Reservations at 7 p.m. There. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. But again, doesn't tell you who it's for. Some secretary, I guess, like leaving something for her boss. Anything over here? I don't think there's anything in here. Central entrance. Let's go. Central executive.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Turn the radio on and jam out. Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors when entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We're proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them questions. So I guess you're just supposed to like say that phrase and stare at them blankly and hope they turn around and don't say anything else. So, questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How did you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Jeez. Urban legends, eh? Examination of paranatural topics. Urban legends under the research category. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetype. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using Redacted, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomenon contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs, otherworld events, for anybody not paying attention so far, that only occur on Redacted. A pair of scissors that consumes human Redacted through 2 punctures on the Redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they're paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for full report. I mean, I gotta say, it's kind of like scratching that like paranormal, like UFOs, sci-fi, conspiracy theory itch, like pretty hard. What up, broskies? Oh. Fine. That's one. Oh, oh, no, no, sir. No, sir.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me
Alright,
fix it.
Zachariah Finch. Alright. Kind of get your first look at like a building that changes.
You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau?
Yes.
Are you still sane?
This is leading me over here. Actually, before I open that, we'll just end this one here.
Please.
Try to
talk
take it in
me.
little sections and
We
see
saw
how
you
it goes.
deal with a compromised agent.